IVM.
Storytel is an audiobook platform that lets you hear hundreds of thousands of stories on your mobile, PC, wherever you prefer. Now, generally, Storytel is a great deal at $2.99 a month for an unlimited number of books, but for our listeners, we've got something special. The first month for IVM listeners is now just $99. That's an insane deal. It's $200 off the first month. To start you off, let me recommend one of my favorite books, Range, How Generalists Triumph in a Specialized World. This is a book by David Epstein and is one of the most thoughtful books I've read recently. He talks about early specialization and why that's not necessarily the best way to go in a modern world where problems are not always simple and viewing them from multiple lenses are helpful. In the Indian context where we're forced to choose science, commerce, or arts in the 10th standard, I think this is particularly applicable and it's a great read. So go to storytel.com/IVM, go get your first month at just $99 and check out Range by David Epstein. Great read.
कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. Okay, Cyrus says, cock and bull edition. One day we'll get the hang of what it is exactly. But it's not important. Titles and headlines make no sense in any case. Man bites dog, dog bites man, who cares? It's the meat which is important, which of course we have no idea about either. So come to that. I had a small, minor scuffle. I want to talk about it in light of course, agitations and sedition and sporting encounters, which are epic, especially Australian Open, which nobody else is interested in. But I had a problem and I just want to discuss this with everyone out there who drives cars. When you're in a parking and about to leave the parking, a person waiting to take your parking, what's the time limit before the misbehavior can start? All right? Problem. You sit there, but you've got to do a lot of things these days. Okay, you want to put the belt on, which always takes time. If your hips are big, it takes even longer to try and get that hole, no pun intended. And after that, you've got to put the air conditioning on because this is India. There's no such thing as winter. It's a joke, at least where I live. So that takes a little while. You've got to make sure all the windows are up because you're brought up in a Parsi household. You've got to make sure everything's good and correct. You've got to check your mirrors. You've got to do all this. Then you've got to put your phone in front of you with the Netflix film on that you're going to watch, which I don't approve of and should not be done ever. So after doing all that, the person behind starts going berserk. Now, I don't mind a little small honk, but when it starts going bang, 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 like I'm committing a sin, it drives me nuts. So I want the jury out here, give me a verdict on this. What is the established time before a person can go berserk waiting to take your parking?
Want to learn something new and have a few minutes to spare? Well, then go for the Traveling Professor's Diary, where I, Siddharth Deshmukh, the Traveling Professor, will help you glean from all the insights that I've gained from wherever I've traveled, learned, taught, and repeated. Join me every Tuesday and Thursday on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
It's called Cyrus Says Stroke, Cock and Bull Stroke. Welcome, Sriraam. Sriraam, you look so beautiful.
Cyrus,
in many cultures.
I think all of us are looking extremely handsome. If there was a Glad Rags Mr. India for above 27 but below 55, you'd want that.
I'd still qualify.
Of course you.
Just checking. That matches your strong point.
Yeah. Antariksh was messaging, keep the mic closer.
My God, it's almost like I'm with a tabla maestro or something, you know. It's like the young Zakir Hussain.
Yes.
And then you got this mic from the 70s as well, which you obviously chorified from some stupid show you did last week.
Cyrus, I have chai with me so much as well because Vataj, right?
Yeah. And I, upper middle class, I have one of these bottles, right, which I used to make up.
Cyrus's internet is iffy. Yeah. And at your end, we're hearing static as well, Sriram. So this is not static. Yeah, there's static coming from your mic. You can see what's coming.
I think it's just his voice.
Yeah, his voice sounds like static. That's
got this.
Yeah. It's because I have no emotions inside of it. So
he's got a reverb in the beat.
Yeah.
I know, in fact, quite the opposite, au contraire, my friend. I feel it's quite the opposite. There's a steely demeanor to your voice, and it sounds more like the kind of radio frequency noise that I used to hear growing up.
Yeah, no one on radio has a heart. You know that. They are all pretending
it's
to have
not a dying medium, but it's lacking emotion. You're right. I'll give you that. Except the cricket commentators, they're over emotional sometimes, especially when the wrong wicket falls to get the name right after 3 years of trying to do commentary. But I think we're all good to go now.
No, Cyrus, it's just nothing is clear.
Hello?
I mean, nobody's sound is clear, nobody's internet is clear. It's just we got to do better with this from now on.
I felt the emotion there. Definitely.
Yeah,
But coming back
it
to you,
was totally
Sriraam,
not radio there.
someone's got to talk about the elephant in the room. There's only one person who's upset about the podcast not being up to standard, and that's Amit Doshi, which is good. I want to say the proprietor should, put his money where his mouth
100%,
is.
100%.
The rest of us don't matter. But coming back to you, is it fair? And will it be okay with you if we blame you for all the technical difficulties? Because up till now we've never had any, and now you've come here and it's just transformed into this horrible wasteland of rubbish static.
I mean,
So,
I feel
in keeping with the
should
hairstyle for the day, I'm saying it's just a little bit here and there.
Oh, maybe that's where the static is. I remember the old hair rubbing and electricity generating thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Sharda Dutter on the chat is saying
Yeah, go on.
Sriram's hair is creating the impedance.
We all are thinking the same thing, Sharda. We all are.
Yes, but it will protect him. How dare you insult his hair? Because it will protect him from lightning. I can tell you right now. That huge thing that you've got there it's very.
Yeah.
In fact, there's so many things that you can do with that hair. I mean, which I won't get into because most of them are sexual, and I'm already feeling excited. However, let's get back to the fact that technologically we haven't scored. It's dropped a little bit our performance, but we've got some great topics to talk about.
Yes,
Let's put all the pressure on Silvery, the producer.
Yeah.
Silvery,
I got this.
let's start
I
with
got
topic
this.
number
Amazing
one.
topics.
All right, let's start. Let's start with the vaccination drive update. So second doses are supposed to have started, but most beneficiaries who are eligible to be getting those second vaccines have not showed up. So on Saturday, this was the number. The number was that out of 191,000 healthcare workers who have taken the first dose, only 7,600 from 190,000. Only 7,600 have shown up for the second dose.
Why are there only 190,000 who have taken the first dose? That number should be
Parking.
higher too.
These are only
Parking
healthcare
is the
workers.
issue. You can't park the car outside the clinic.
But most of the vaccines right now are being provided to healthcare workers, aren't they? I mean, isn't that where most of it's going?
Yeah, but they have to
Elderly
turn up to take it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, so that's
Okay, but let's understand the reason why they won't come back for the second time. Obviously, it was a bad experience. Maybe they injected you in the wrong place, or the pain was too much, or the needle was too long or too thick. Sriraam, help me out
That's-
here.
yeah.
I'm going in the wrong metaphorical
That's
stance.
part
I
of it.
want to get into.
I feel they've all taken Coronel already.
Okay, we'll pretend like we heard every word Sriraam said and we'll laugh. Everybody jolly laugh.
Sriram said that maybe they're just taking
Go on.
Coronel.
Whoever's clear, please go on.
Well, the thing is they're saying that it's possible, but mostly these are government data. The government is saying mostly it's possible that they had a bad experience from the first dose. Maybe they had side effects because a lot of people are showing side effects. So that then added. So like if a few people have side effects and then others who took the dose start hearing about it, so then they're like, okay, why should we go? So that could be a part of it. And
So that's a new group. But what about the old group not coming back? The old group not coming back is because they don't serve you any snacks. They don't keep the air conditioning running when it's hot.
Yeah.
They don't let you watch your Netflix programs that you want to watch at the same time. And they don't let you have the prettiest nurse. Sometimes the prettiest nurse is a man, which is also fine. You got to understand, give people, everybody is happy. But the moment you become a little fascist and say, jab or die, this is what happens. Sriraam Singh, I agree.
Yes, that's me saying I agree, Cyrus. I'm right behind you. Sometimes.
So now your audio is such that after you say what you say, you have to tell us what you said. Okay, let's just be clear.
So I think I agree with a lot.
Again,
of those
only
points.
Amit is not smiling.
Yeah.
I'm not happy right now. I'm just not.
Amit is not. He's not happy at all. It's all about the quality. We're spoiling his name. Sriraam, at least cut your hair for the next episode. I think the audio disturbance is clearly because of that. All right, your words are getting eaten up in the follicles. What the hell are you drinking?
I'm drinking chai.
Is it chai or
Good old
something
chai.
else?
Good old chai, sir.
All right.
Why?
Anything brown doesn't mean it's chai. It could be anything. It could be what's coming out, not what's going in.
yeah. So about
What? Now you can hear clearly. All the wrong statements are picked up.
Yeah.
Silvery
That's
bhai
how the
bolo.
internet works. When
Okay,
you're
Amit.
checking, when
Keep
you
cutting
ask people,
Amit.
can you hear me? Then everyone can hear you. That's how the technology is.
Oh, I love old-fashioned phone calls in the old days. We still have it because of Wi-Fi and drops and all that. You know when people just say the same thing for hours? What? Who?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yeah,
It goes
yeah.
on. Nobody gives up. They keep trying. This Indian patience. This is something you salute. We will not, till we get the person to say a proper sentence, 23 minutes, you will continue. Huh?
Yeah, it was the same with the old
No, not
TVs
here, yeah.
as well, with the
No,
antennas,
Oh, we used to beat the TVs.
Yeah.
That's how we treated the kids.
Yeah.
Kids and TVs were the same.
Yeah, just for that.
I remember my dad
once-
smacking the TV really hard and it fell.
Wow.
You know?
Is that what they called you, Cyrus, at home? The TV?
No. Every time I misbehave, they slap the TV. Go on. Sriraam, go on.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know why they're not coming to the second doses, but a lot of those issues I would definitely address, starting with what are they giving along with the vaccine. I feel no one's just going to come to get jabbed and, get a headache and fever for no reason. Give them something else.
I think it's a very intimate thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
So what would you like to eat while getting the vaccine?
No, not eat.
It's not that. I'm telling you honestly.
I feel they should serve some erotica with it, personally.
Yeah, in all this trying to be funny nonsense and all, there's a little truth, naked truth there. And that is, it's a very intimate thing, getting an injection. Even in the old days when you were a kid, remember, you probably hope that this person gives it, not that person. I think there's got to be a little bit of a PR effort from the medical practitioner where they sort of, you've got to connect a little bit before it's touching your shoulder, putting something inside it, assuring you that nothing will happen, that you won't grow breasts, or in my case, reduce breasts. So you got to remember that intimacy level or connect has to happen between a medical practitioner and the patient, whatever the situation is. I mean, otherwise, how would you give birth, for example? If you didn't like the doctor, it'd be horrible. You'd be like, no, there's no way you'd, go into that area and have an enjoyable morning together. So it's the same thing. I think we do this in a very brusque fashion, to use a word. And it's just like soldiers line up and boom, 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 it's done. Working we're a touchy people, touchy-feely sometimes if you go on the local train. So I think for us, frankly, you need to spend a little time talking, making people feel comfortable, but lighting the room, maybe these kind of things. Yeah.
So the medical problems of not getting the second dose could be because people are not getting the second dose, they are less protected, firstly, from COVID going forward. And also it's possible that in their blood, the strain then mutates. Because you're not getting the second dose, it could mutate further and could cause further problems for the country and the globally as a whole. So that's the actual medical problems as to why you should be getting the second dose.
Well, see, I know a couple of people who've actually taken the vaccine, the jab 1. There's a Dr. Kunal Vijayakar who works here with me, medical practitioner of sorts from JJ School of Arts. But this is India, and so he came back and he got about. He had an argument with the person because it's like 90% odd efficacy. And he said, so what about, it's not 100%. So that guy said, don't worry, in Marathi, of course, don't worry, I'll give you, and I'll get you 10% from a higher power. And this actually happened. He put the injection in the broad shoulder of Mr. Vijayakar and said, Ram, 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 after that for about 10 seconds. So this is a true story. So all this is happening as well. So I can't make this up because Kunal came for dinner and we said, how was the pain and all that? He showed his lumpy arm.
Yeah, that's exactly how I got my polio vaccine as well, son. In fact, that was 1% efficacy.
They were writing down your name, you idiot. Sriraam, after giving the vaccine. Yeah. No, but why is Amit not talking? Normally, this is amazing. Yeah. Well, he's on strike on his own show. The tech support.
I'm just trying to identify the issue and see if there's anything we can do about it. It doesn't look like there is, though.
Yeah, you need an engineer, and you're an MBA. Are you an MBA?
No, I'm not an MBA. I am a measly BA, no M.
Amit, I don't know much about this, but I think you all.
This is what almost entire Rajya Sabha is.
Sorry, Sriraam, if I can make a suggestion. It sounds like your voice is coming from underwater.
Yeah, dude, this is unaudible completely.
Yeah. Let me try shifting.
Can you just just try taking out your mic. Use the laptop mic.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Anyone who thought we weren't live, well, now you got the proof.
100% live. There's no way that
for sure. Correct. Yeah, that's for sure. Kajol Srinivasan is in the chat. She's saying they should give Sriraam a haircut with the vaccine, and that'll help. Another person suggesting, 9Jot is suggesting, if the internet connection is patchy, then it would be better to disable audio so that at least the audio could be clear. No, man, we're trying for video. So mostly if video happens, we'll continue with that. Thanks, 9Jot.
Disable video.
Yeah, so he's saying because that would use up less bandwidth.
There's no question. Video has to be.
Yeah, video has to be there. Okay, Neil, last comment.
The moment Sriraam's gone, everything's fine. I don't want to point fingers. Look at the Desi boy. He's straight out of a Kaiser Gustad film. He's completed molesting a senior citizen, and he's come back now to chat about his life. How sweet. How heterosexual, by the way. Not that that's an issue. Sri bhai,
Antariksh, what do we have next? Let's move on.
are you just going to be a
let's
painting on the wall?
Yeah, it is nice. No, this is my Zoom date venue that I go.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not.
I totally wanted it. Okay. The next topic is really funny. It seems like a topic right out of a movie. Okay. This is out of Afghanistan. 30 Taliban terrorists at a bomb-making class died because a bomb exploded. At a bomb-making class in Afghanistan, they're doing it in a mosque.
So they blew themselves up.
So they passed the class,
this is not,
right?
I don't know. Did they pass or did they fail? The bomb worked.
But it's
The bomb, yeah, that's true. The bomb did work. That's a good question.
You guys are asking the wrong question again. The question is, will they get to do 80 KT? Because, the mistake was from the faculty, not from them. So, I guess 80 KT, no.
Yeah, that's true.
See?
Yeah.
What does 80 KT mean?
Exactly.
the
backlog thing. When you fail an exam, you give it again.
No, but it means...
That was the lame ass, how like
allowed to keep
ATMs...
Allowed to keep terms, okay.
Yeah. That's the always try to keep trying or something. That was the lame ass one. You know how like Indians always have this thing where ATM is now anytime money. It's not a teller machine. But so it's allowed to keep terms.
Whatever fits. Yeah.
I have this other mental block. When I see these without dots in the middle, I just take it as a word. So it's atom, matav for MTV. There's no dot after M. I just anal about that, So lots of words, I just go on like that. I'm like, is the atom open? It's like that.
Yeah. But on the side for the next session, I think we make full stops obsolete because we have already stopped ending our sentences with a full stop. So,
but there are some people from my generation who use the full stop in audio. They actually say things. Look, I want you to come by 8. Full stop. Okay. Why do you say it? It's just a clash of generation.
Yeah.
IOU. Try to spell IOU without the dots, for example.
But that's the point of it, no? The point of IOU is it's not initials. It means that I owe you.
Yeah.
It just worked out that way. But it's IOWEU.
No, it's not. It's IOU, as in it's spelled like that's like lol or something like that, no?
Hey, I got 94% in ICSE English.
Okay, and I don't think IOU was part of the curriculum.
How dare you take this from me? IOU. And the U is spelled with a Y. I was pronounced with a U. It is a funny language, bro. Look at Kano. I mean, KNOW. If you learn it only from like a book, you'll be saying Kano all the time. I had a friend who used to say Natur. He spoke perfect English, but for nature, he'd say Natur.
Natur.
He asked him what will happen to your futur. Because, listening to this all the time.
Yeah. But then everyone has,
perfect English otherwise.
No matter how impeccable English you speak, everyone has that one or two words which is an Achilles heel. See, that's
one word. Yeah.
There you go.
It's lovely. Yeah.
I know from
bomb making, guys.
Yeah. Like I used to have a problem saying the word world. I couldn't say world properly because of the LD at the end.
Yeah.
The LD
because everyone has a different phonetic exercise that we evolved.
Let's hope Silvery never goes bald. He'll describe himself. The LD at the...
Yeah.
So I have a problem with people misunderstanding when I say the word can't, C-A-N-T. They think I say can, C-A-N, because I pronounce it can't instead of can't.
Oh, they think you... it sounds like a female body part also in certain slangs.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does. I got excited. I was like, what?
Yeah, since we are on that issue, right? Now that female body part in
now
the UK,
audio is all very
it's
good.
considered to be a completely kosher word. But in the US, it's considered to be like a very shitty thing that you could say, So why is it that are we allowed to use it or not allowed?
I think, the serious answer, it is like
it is. Before you, the whole... Hello?
Did we hear anything?
Amit, carry on.
No, we didn't hear what you said. Say it, please. Yours, Cyrus says, not Amit says, right? As Sriraam says.
No, I'm saying it's a bit like... but when the audio... it's been explained to you by my August engineer friend Sriraam. By the way, most engineers are called Sriraam. Sriraam has told you that it becomes Amit says if we have a faulty technology issue with the host. We just have to spin it quickly. Right? You think on our feet. So I'm just saying that it just changes with the accent. And the accent, it's a prejudice depending on the accent. Hence the word has different meanings. Like in Bengali, the word fuck is totally different from the English explanation of the same word. Yeah. I'll give you an example. For example, I said, I want to stay at this hotel. I said, which hotel? Fuck. Yeah, it's PARK. but that's how they pronounce it. So every word in a different culture has a different meaning and slant to it. We've already discussed in Scandinavia, Lund and Blockley are just normal names. Everybody's called Lund, Blockley. Yeah. But here you'll get a smile on your face when you say, "Have you met my friend Lund?" Yeah. So what can you do? People should get over this. It's no big deal. My poor friend Parikshit, very well. Perhaps I spent too much time chatting with him. Yeah. But maybe this is not the right forum to discuss names. Let's go on to a break this time. Huh?
Let's take a 10-second break and maybe...
guys, we'll just be back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another very special week on the IVM Podcast Network. Before I get to that, let me quickly thank our sponsors on the network this week. Storytel, thewholetruthfoods.com, and we have a new sponsor in Syed. Thank you all so much for being part of the network. So, this is Valentine's week, and we have a bunch of stuff for you guys. So I'm going to give you a couple of episodes that you could definitely catch up with. Agla Station, Season 2, Episode 12, Be Our Valentine. Ritasha and Ayushi have a little bit of talk about love and all the rest of the stuff that goes wrong with that. On The Habit Coach, Episode 396, Ashton Doctor did an episode which went into the much-debated origins of Valentine's Day. Also, do check out Candid Kannan with Siddharth Kannan featuring Govinda and his wife Sunita Ahuja. He talks to them about amazing 33 years together. But you know what, folks? If you want to hear more about these Valentine's Day things, what I suggest is go to our webpage, ivmpodcast.com/blog. And on the blog, we're going to post a bunch of different playlists that we've created for all the various major services. So if you're feeling in the mood for love, do check that out. You'll definitely enjoy it. Just a quick note on a few other noteworthy episodes this week. Nankari Kunal Vijayakar was the guest. They spoke about street food with him. On Simplified, they talk about vaccinating 1 billion people, then the logistical and administrative task in front of us. And on the Wire Talk, Siddharth talks to Devdutt Mukhopadhyay about the human cost of internet shutdowns. And with that, let me get you back to your show.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me. Are we back?
Yeah, let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
We don't have a choice.
Yes.
We're doing what we can. Sriraam, beautifully done. Let's get back to football. Where were we?
A lot of people ask about football. What's going on at your house with the Liverpool nonsense going on? I don't know what any of that means, but
when I was in a country I can't mention, they lost really badly because Salah scored and then in 7 minutes they lost 3 goals against to poor defense. So that was horrible. But yesterday or day before was fine. They recovered again. But in that, the sad story is Jurgen Klopp's mom died. And he couldn't go to Germany to attend the funeral because they wanted to quarantine him for a certain amount of days, and so the funeral will get over. And this is first world Europe, England, Germany. And I'm thinking, my God, this sounds so much like subcontinent now, where you have to get a pass, stand in line, and nobody cares about your tragedy. And he's Jurgen Klopp, one of the greats in the footballing world. So that, in a way, was like quite shocking. And I felt really sad because, what else do you have to achieve to be able to go and see your mother's last rites? One of the biggest names in sport. So that sad story brings down the show completely. A show which had high standards up to now, where we really set the ball rolling from the beginning. Sriraam will testify this is his greatest moment in entertainment.
Easily.
Sriraam,
every moment with you is my greatest
moment. We lost
him
because we can't handle all of us together.
No, he's still here. You're not seeing him?
This is what people say to me when I make love to them. I can see him. It's like, I haven't drunk for 5 years, Amit, but it's like after the 4th or 5th drink, when things start going from fast to slow, there's a change in pace suddenly and everything's like chilled. Yeah.
It's exactly that. So when the internet speed slows, it's like a drum.
Just have another.
But then suddenly the pace will pick up and then it becomes a rap song. So I was saying that something, I didn't expect the words to sound
Oh, wow.
It's what it was like in the 90s. Virgin Net.
There you go. We lost Cyrus at Virgin.
Yes, we did.
And that is Cyrus at 17 all over again.
Should I go to the next topic?
Let's go to the next topic. Let's try and wait for Cyrus. Let's try and see if Cyrus can come back.
Welcome back to Amit Says, guys.
I'm going to share my screen. This is a story coming out from Russia.
It seems like it's coming directly to your screen. So he's seeing a little bit screen.
My engineer, Dr. Kunal Vijekar, who's vaccinated, says to do it without the... What? No. The cybercrime has come and taken away. This is gone. Can you hear me?
Sort of, kind of. But yeah, we can start.
We have never stopped. which is a work in progress. Let's be honest. Yeah. But I can't get Silvery at all for some reason. Are you guys there? Can somebody...
Yeah, I can hear you.
Amit, I'm like a miner stuck in a coal mine, I'm like, nobody's helping me and the government's...
I don't know where Antariksh went. Antariksh disappeared.
Yeah, I think it's because Amit, he was trying to show us a Russian news.
He was trying to show us, the dog thing. I don't know how he got disappeared. So, you know what, Cyrus? You know what I will tell you, though? This is something that I just realized is the 18th today. Today was it's the anniversary of first recording. When we recorded at Famous Studios.
Our first recording in 2000 and...
In 2015.
Yeah, in 2000 and...
Yeah, 2015.
Cyrus said...
No, so we didn't actually release it. This was one which we just we recorded with Kunal and Chavi.
And you know why?
Yeah. I think we did like some random Oscar discussion or something weird like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. But we were just trying it out. We didn't. What we recorded that day, we didn't actually release. But it was the first recording that we ever did.
I'll tell you this, Sriraam. That horrible amateur recording would have been better than what we've been through today. Unfortunately, we don't have the rights.
So, Amit, this, if anything, is a tribute to the first recording.
It is.
We've gone nowhere.
The first recording we did at Famous Studios Mahalakshmi, which is like this ridiculously plush studio, so incredibly huge with like ludicrous amounts of equipment. And now we're recording on Zoom, and this is what we get.
Yeah. No, and that's where someone like Lata Mangeshkar with a 40-piece orchestra would be sitting and performing, and you had me, Kunal and Chavi standing next to each other, arms length, and having an inane conversation about Oscar films which we had to research on the spot. No one was interested. But, wow. Oh, man.
Yep.
But I would like to know, Amit, who's staying with us during this live? Because that, my friends, it's like a test. It's like,
we have 83 people watching through all of this.
And they stayed with us.
Because, dude, it is impossible to look away from a train wreck.
Hey, I tell you what, we should get an insurance sponsor. It makes sense. Because it's always about we need to be insured. I think LIC, I'm going to make a call immediately after this show. It makes a lot of sense to me. Because every time we go on, we're going to be like a cat on a hot tin roof. When is it going to drop? Oops, ouch.
Wait,
Silvery is back, right?
Yes, he is. A stage where we could pick our sponsors. We want a specific kind of sponsor. Have we reached a stage?
We're at a point where the sponsor could be your neighbor, Mr. Sharma. You can just ask him to give me $25 for the show today. That's it. So, after the show today, I may need $25 to go home. But again, I'm saying if 83 people stay with us when the train wreck is happening, as Amit said, I feel it's like, honestly, I feel great. Because why would you? You actually are trying to be supportive. This is what the whole concept of the bra and the banyan is. You just wear it and you're safe no matter what happens. So that's glorious. For me, I think it's a mark of respect. And I won't be able to deal with it because it's very 83 people. Yeah. If I was to stand on the road and have a conversation normally, everybody would leave. Like everybody. 83 people. The audio is fine. Vision is fine there. Everything's going for a toss. Where's everybody?
He's back. He's back.
Guys, so I feel we might have stumbled into a great way to do this, where we make it intentionally a train wreck. So once in a while, if you all can pretend that you're internet's
Yes. Sriraam is spot on, and that's how Viagra happened. It was intended to be a heart medication, and then it helped something lower. So, this by design things don't go right, but sometimes by accident things go fantastically right. India was created by accident. Yeah. Some guys left for Pakistan, some guys stayed. Next thing you know. I'm sorry, I take that back. Sedition, Sriraam, sedition. Careful.
Wow. But Antariksh, can you show the photograph of the dog?
Yeah, that's what I was doing before my internet just hung.
Wow.
And now to save our show, we have to show you a photograph of a dog. It's the only way out.
That's exactly what it is. Shy now.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. I can't read. is what an unusual
so basically,
sight.
there are these a pack of dogs in Russia have been found whose entire fur is colored blue. Okay, these dogs, these pictures are stunning actually. All these dogs, this is an actual pack of dogs, and now they've been rescued and they're putting them in cells and taking care of them, trying to see if the behavior of the dogs is normal. Their condition apparently is normal, and they don't know how this happened, whether they ingested the chemical and then their fur became blue, or they just it's on like a coating on their fur.
Do we know if there's any like genetic this or like puppies being born blue?
We don't know this yet, but as they say, the dog's condition appears to be normal.
But how dare a country of red people point fingers at a blue dog? It's ridiculous.
But this is not uncommon. Just when you sent this thing in the morning,
blue dogs.
Well, not blue dogs. So there is a city or a town called Ankleshwar in Gujarat. It's an industrial town. There's a big MIDC over there, GIDC over there. And I have seen like, I think it was like a bright yellow colored dog over there.
Oh, wow.
Because again, it was the same kind of thing, right? There's an Asian Paints factory nearby, and the dog basically either ate something or the dog rolled in something. I don't know what it was, but it was a bright yellow dog, and the dog is bright yellow now. I mean, like, the people who are living over there, my uncle had a factory there, so he had a guest house. The people at the guest house who were the caretakers, they told me that the dog, this is the color of the dog now.
And the dog is used as a flashlight now?
Sorry?
He's used as a flashlight to guide strangers.
I mean, like, it's good now. In Ankleshwar, you do need that a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's across generations that they're born yellow.
So that's what I don't know, right? That's why I was curious about that, right? I know that this specific dog was yellow, but I don't know if it's a thing where, like, he's stained yellow and because of that his fur is yellow, or is it like, is there a mutation that occurred where his fur, where like, future generations become yellow?
I feel it's that whole, like when you put Ujala into your laundry, I think someone just gave them.
I'm perturbed by the fact that we've taken racism beyond humanity now. And we'll point fingers at animals who are having different colors. I mean, just get on with it.
But Cyrus, on that note, I feel in Ankleshwar, there'll be people who think that dogs are yellow in color. Then they come to outside and they're like, there are brown dogs. What a weird color for a dog.
Exactly. Like, what I'm thinking is, what if this becomes popular now? Because in all honesty, these dogs look kind of cool. I'm sure it's a health defect and all, I'm sure. But they do look cool, dude. It's just what it is. So this has become like a fad now, what I'm afraid of.
In your world, the words that you can't pronounce,
Antariksh became such a...
I mean, I don't want them. But I'm saying, like, it's possible that this becomes like a thing where people are purposely coloring their dogs blue and
but I mean, like,
where you draw the line? Pink tigers?
Do you guys not think that that's going to happen? Have you seen these video games that people create their own things in? They want to create the most bizarre, weird things. I
don't have Wi-Fi.
If human beings can dye their hair, do you really believe that people are not going to try and get animals to dye their hair?
That's the thing. That's my biggest concern, Amit.
Yes.
Listen. Sorry.
L'Oreal is like right now, like, they're drooling at this prospect right now. Where they're like, oh my God, we completely ignore dog head eye guys.
Sriraam. It's sounding like a chant now. Sriraam. I just want to say, L'Oreal is more interested in you than the blue dogs. Because your hair is worth, 5 shampoos a day? What are you talking about?
Everyone keeps saying that. Everyone keeps saying that. But I never get any calls from anyone.
You should get endorsement.
I don't get
We keep saying until it happens.
So this is a product buyable on Amazon right now.
Oh.
Wow.
Dog hair. I can't see. Can you just read it out? I don't have glasses.
Dog hair dye gel, black. Black hair dye gel for dogs.
Wow.
Black hair dye gel for dogs. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you take out the hair dye gel, it's a whiskey. Black dog.
Black dog. Yes. Not a bad whiskey. Dude, it was a good whiskey when I first.
So now we are segueing to alcohol from blue
Of course, always much fun.
Yeah. I love the fact that we just name drop products where in future brands can come to us and if you want
Sriraam Baba, I'm trying to get you an endorsement with a shampoo or a conditioner, one of those, because it makes sense to have that with you. You're lucky enough to have hair. You look at men like Amit and me, okay? I've been using my finger in the middle. Nobody asked me why I should scratch my head, but I used to hold the ball patch so no one can see it. Now, just do this while talking to stranger. Hi, what's up? Raji, what's your name? Just do that. You don't have to do that.
I feel eventually, if I do get the endorsement deal, they'll be like, look at this idiot. Doesn't he look awful in blue color hair? Instead of that in your dogs.
You heard Silvery. Blue color hair is the new thing. It's going to be the next big thing. We've got to encash on that as quickly as possible. And Silvery,
Yes.
Can you ask Sriram if he actually, when he has a bath, when he comes out of the bath, does he do that whole little thing with his hair? Because he has the hair to do it. You swing the hair from side to side and play music.
None of that.
Okay, so you don't swing the hair.
Antariksh has seen me come out of bath many times.
Yeah, all the time.
After all the amazing
Don't take that further. Don't take that further. It's been an awful show anyway. Don't take it further, please.
Should we get to the AMAs?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So there are a lot of interesting comments. People have been making fun of the internet quality issues that we've faced this episode.
Eventually we got there, guys. When it came to the dog topics, I think we sailed through eventually.
So what happened is we failed at foreplay, we failed at intercourse, but we've had the
this is not smoking a cigarette.
typical Indian male. we did the okay. All right. The questions, please.
Hemisha Marolia De Silva has said you can also blame Mercury retrograde for these glitches.
What is that?
Mercury retrograde is the thing where Mercury seems bluer and seems like it doesn't seem as clear or something like that. That's what my understanding is.
Wow, what a mind, Silvery.
Yeah,
I'm stunned. For a man who doesn't know the name of the Home Minister, you know everything else.
So you're just making up what you think retrograde means, right?
That's kind of what my understanding was. Yeah, I'll just look it up right now.
It has. I think it has to do with like the position in the orbit.
Okay. Yeah, I just made that up. Sorry, guys.
That was beautifully done.
It's very tough being a producer where we ask Antariksh questions.
Sriraam, this is why the most important person in this freewheeling is Amit. Okay? Because his voice of reason gives you some sort of context. Otherwise, it's like three children in a park discussing their privates. It just goes nowhere.
So Antariksh, what do you feel about supersymmetry? Is it like
he's a great superhero. Yeah, really good.
And what about astrocytism? Can you explain that word?
So say that again. What is the word?
Forget it. No, you'll come up with something correct and I'll look stupid. Let's move on. AMAs.
All right.
So, Cyrus. No, that's fine. I'll let it go. Antariksh, you do it. No, okay. No, it's all right. It's all right. Antariksh, you go.
Kajol says Sriram looks like Princess Leia on a bad hair day. He actually does.
Yes, that is the exact look I was going for, Kajol.
I can see that.
But I wouldn't agree because his figure is a little different. I feel that Sriram is more curvaceous than Princess Leia. I don't know. For me, it doesn't work.
And I can pull off a metal bra better than Princess Leia, personally. But that's just
okay. Like the shower conversation, we'll leave it there. Yeah. All right. Never ever bring it back again.
Karan Sethi has asked, Amit, with Anthony Davis being injured, do you think this impacts the Lakers' title chances?
Not at all.
Not at all. They never had any.
One second, Amit, let me and Sriraam exit for a minute.
Sriram's a fan, dude. Sriram's a big NBA fan. No, he's a big NBA fan. Yeah. But it doesn't impact their chances because they never had any chances.
He's modeled the hair on.
Robin Lopez.
Well, young Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had that big thing.
The afro. Did Kareem? Yeah, Kareem had the afro. No, but I think his is not like a real afro, right? It's like the more kind of wavy thing. So it's one of the Lopez brothers right now, current players who have the exact same haircut.
Okay, answer the question now. While we wait in anticipation and
I did answer the question. The Lakers' chances don't change. They never had any chances.
Yeah, that is Amit being.
Yeah.
Next one comes in from it's a statement. Namrata Patro says, I think it's one of the rare episodes where Cyrus is on mute because Cyrus kept disappearing. Oh, and while you're saying that, Cyrus
Wow.
is stuck, which is
Cyrus stuck on
hilarious.
Guys, just keep
same Wi-Fi.
And it's also one of those rare episodes, guys, where Cyrus wins $20 billion as well. Wow.
Yeah.
No? It did
Of
work.
course. Of course it does.
Okay, I can hear you. What
Yeah.
are you saying?
Sriraam wants to give you $20
there's a
billion.
horrible face.
Regardless, yo.
Wolf
So now
Wolf
you know how
Gupta.
backward we are. It's not just the technology.
There's a user named
Go on.
Wolf Gupta, which is hilarious name.
Love it. Love it.
Wolf Gupta says, "We are Cyrus devotees. We won't leave till the show ends." This is very nice of you,
All
Wolf.
right.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Let me put glycerine in my
I
eyes.
think we could get there. I really think we could drive people away if we wanted to. We just need to get a little bit further from where we are right now. We could have done it. We could have done it. We could have driven people away.
No. They say success is many fathers and failures and often. We've proven it, to be quite the contrary.
Yes, we do.
Because failure has kept 83 people, a strong band of men. We're like Robin Hood and a band of men. They've stuck with us.
Yes.
It's a great day for
In
us.
fact, these 83
huge
people
step for
tomorrow,
mankind.
they would
It's
go
like reaching
to
the moon.
Yeah. Cyrus, these 83 people tomorrow
Tomorrow
will
we
go to a podcast
Tomorrow they
which
gone.
works properly, like clockwork, and they'll be like, gee, what an awful podcast.
But
At least get some interaction.
As you mentioned about Ankleshwar, as your own metaphor about Ankleshwar and yellow dogs, and then you come out and you say real blue
Yes.
down or black dog, you know what
Yes.
that's about.
Yes.
It's the same thing. They're used to this. We classically conditioned them to crap. And now they won't be able to handle a pure form, tech-free, no glitch-free situation. So I think we're good. Keep the standards low.
I think
This one comes in from Muhammad Akib. He says, "Do you think the vaccine should be oral and flavored, like the polio vaccine?
But
And if yes,
just no more irritated. So I wish we could keep seeing him.
okay. I'll just repeat the question again.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Sorry,
Gone again.
We
Yes,
lost
bro.
audio. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'm back.
Muhammad Akif says, "Do you think the COVID vaccine should be oral and flavored, like the polio vaccine? And if yes, what flavor would you prefer it to be?"
I like green apple, frankly,
Yeah,
but
green
that's
apple
me. I love green apple. Honestly, for BCAs, I always look for green apple. But I know Sriraam is different. His delicacies and tastes are a lot different than mine. So, Sriraam, you would go for honey?
Red apple.
Honey Amit,
What a difference!
flavor, Amit?
Grape.
Why are we all going with fruits?
Well, those are the. I don't. Your vaccine.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Amit.
How dare you talk to
my
any
second
men like that?
option-
Yeah,
My
so-
second option would be Gaumutra.
I was gonna say bacon, bacon flavored vaccine. That would be
Okay.
good. I've got
Right.
Nice.
Sedition to be filed against Silvery for mention of bacon with a holy vaccine.
Good. I think we saw.
How dare you correlate the two me? This is like playing day-night cricket in the old days when the lights would go off, no? And you're batting, the guy's about to bowl and boom, lights gone. Yeah. Sriraam, you really had a great day. This is the best experience, right? For a long time.
I love it.
I was on this show with these
See,
idiots. Nothing worked. It could get anyone.
But that's the thing, this is, now I feel, until now we were all great friends, but now I feel your brothers.
Yes. Humiliation. It's like when you're the four guys who fail in class, you won't be friends for life. Because you're the only four guys who are held back.
Been through the fire. Yes.
And it's not the four of us, it's the 4 plus the 83. We are all together. Now we're all suspended from school at the same time.
So we have one more question, which is a
How
very
sweet.
interesting question.
Still soldiering
But,
on, Silvery. Go on for it.
Before that, please like the stream, guys. And also, if you guys are listening to us not on the live stream, please know that the AMA questions that we're getting, we are taking them from the live chat. So in order to ask them, please join us on the live stream at 10 a.m. from Monday to Friday every morning. So that would be a lot of fun. This last question.
But not Thursday. Thursday is
Thursday is the internet problem, guys.
clear. Thursday, avoid करके तू Friday पे पहुंच जाओ और फिर जो भी चाहिए मिलेगा.
All right. This last one is just a fun question. He goes, Rakshit Thapliyal asks, what is the procedure to remove the Maharashtra government?
What is the procedure to remove the Maharashtra government?
I think he's just asking as a fun, like, what would you do?
What would you do?
Well, I'm okay with the Maharashtra government at the moment. I do more.
Okay, so
But that's not the question, Cyrus. The question is what is it?
But if I try to answer it from the process point of view and remove my ignorance, I can't do a silvery, right? And say they need 17 members to have a heart attack.
What sort of scientist are you, Cyrus? What sort of scientist are you where someone is like, hey, what is the procedure to invent penicillin? So like, hey, I'm okay with smallpox anyways, guys. I don't really care much.
It's just that I have some friends in the government and I thought I should stay openly loyal to them, especially with the Wi-Fi dropping all the time. You can't do any net banking in peace. You send your check and boom, it stops. There's so much shit happening out here. And I live in Malabar Hill. I've never suffered in my life. I'm in one of the biggest, if not the biggest industrialist's office. And I can't even talk for 10 minutes without the thing hanging. So I got to tell you,
we should get Wi-Fi from the chief minister's bungalow directly to you.
I've asked him so many times.
Your house to the chief minister's bungalow is a 5-minute walk, isn't it?
Nothing. It's at my age, maybe 5.5. But it's close. But the closer is Sayadri for me.
Sayadri is right there. That's right.
Hello, they've got a gym, 24 hours catering and everything is the works. Only have to wear white and have 3 chamchas and 4 phones in your hand when you walk.
And you must have a 4-car. You can't go without a 4-car motorcade. It's not allowed.
Yeah, 4-car motorcade and all SUVs, so that they take up more space in traffic. And nobody knows who they are. Yeah. Some MLA from a northwest Maharashtra village called Guntur or something you never heard of, seen of. And he gets his cronies with him to create impact. Amit, for the podcast to work, we need impact. Each one of us should have 2 or 3 chamchas behind us.
Yeah, I know.
And you saw it went up the ratings. Sriraam, you'll have to cut your hair. We won't see your cronies. We'll need some hair space.
No, he has a blue screen behind. He can just green screen cronies behind.
Yeah. Hey, but he does look like Zakir, doesn't he? Young Zakir.
Yeah.
Just show us your hands. Yeah. Can you play a fake tabla and show us? Oh, not bad. Yeah, the time travel. Oh, yes, he can play tabla. Look at those hands. Just like all tambrams, he can play some bloody instrument properly. Look at him. Unbelievable.
Bataj.
Maybe they'll come on. We got Garibo and Zakir will say, come on.
The problem is every time someone with a different name. The most recent one was Sasta Imtiaz Ali. That was the latest one that I saw.
Oh, see. Again, Amit Doshi, to note. 90s and 80s people, we go for Zakir. Imtiaz Ali comes in later, so we just forgot about him, right? Yes. This is all about referencing. And I'm telling you, this is a show that will kill everything. We get people from different generations to talk. References are everything. That's it.
That is the fun. Yeah. That's always fun.
Hey, we could do a middle ground where it should like tabla aajkal, like a nice sort of Imtiaz Ali Zakir.
Yeah. It's a love story.
Wait, Imtiaz Ali is a director, right?
Yeah, he's a director.
Yeah. Okay,
love
No, but then you were the way you said Imtiaz Ali playing.
I'll explain
I was
it.
a little confused.
Yep, I think you're done. Aim is.
But you just said it's a joint venture. This is a great mind of Sriraam. You're not able to pick up the humor. Sriraam, I respect and love you and I appreciate everything about you in spite of the fact that you look like a tree that was picked up and put this way, upright. But Ma Tujhe Salam. Just to go to another also initially had longish, but leave it.
Oh yeah, that was I think vintage A.R. Rahman. I feel like you can't take it seriously.
Even with Dhoni, I feel if the original cut, especially when you become an icon, that should stay forever because then you cheat us. We have that vision of greatness, Dhoni, A.R. Rahman, and then you change your look. And I'm like, wait a minute. Is that the second cousin who didn't get a ticket to the railways board exam that you put in instead? I mean, that's not right. Amit and Silvery have dropped off.
Well, we're still here. We're still listening. We're enjoying it. Now that the internet is working.
I would be in the room when the show is over.
Guys,
sorry about that noise. That's Kunal Vijayakar's train.
No, but now that the internet's working, we have a show which is working a little bit again.
I think that's nice. I think now if anything,
I already missed the earlier one.
Yeah. now I think we should do the first half of the show again.
We spoke to the tongue of death, I tell you. The tongue of death. Yeah. And we can replay what we already did. We can replay it.
Amit had to jinx it where Amit said the interview.
But again, applaud the fact that as he said it happened. It couldn't be orchestrated better. I mean, it's almost like he's put in and we're talking anti-Russia and boom, we die. It's wow. Fantastic. There's a lot of positives coming out of this. But the best part is once we shut the show down and say it's done, Amit Doshi's reactions to Silvery without me and Sriraam being present, if that's what you recorded, that's the podcast of the week for me. Please, can we have that?
That's a great spin-off to the podcast. Amit says is only Amit reacts.
No, it's called Amit fucking says. I feel like we're in Auschwitz, you're going to die anyway. You might as well just laugh a little.
Pretty much, yeah. I feel, and amidst all this, we haven't answered the question of how do we remove the mask.
Oh, no.
We lost Cyrus again.
Cyrus is so happy we moved on to the topic.
I missed everything.
But Cyrus, is a great hack that you could use anytime you come across a touchy issue. You're like, oh no. And then it's free.
See, just tell me one thing. Have we not, the older ones amongst us, have we not used the phone in the same way? Oh, I can't hear you.
We used to do it landline in the 80s, mobile in the 90s.
There you go.
It's the same thing. Communication's always fucked up.
Yeah, and you should blaming technologies like the airlines. They just have to say technical failure. What the fuck does that mean? The flight can't take off or the flight is delayed because of technical reasons. What is technical reasons?
I remember so many bizarre things that people used to do, right? You want to make the phone be louder, so the landline, people would unscrew the top of it and put an amplifier on it so that it would sound louder.
Can I tell you what I did? I used to put the radio on SW3 and the frequency would remain the static noise, and I keep it close to the receiver. And I go, what? Hello? What? Sorry. And nobody ever was the wiser. This was my gift, but then the technology changed, so my gift is gone. I hope this Wi-Fi goes as well and something else easier comes on. Just press your nose and talk.
The new thing is Starlink. We'll talk about it on a future episode. Starlink.
I think
Starlink is damn interesting.
Yes. And so how many people are still with us as we say bye? I just want to know.
Let's
84 people.
Wow. It's increasing.
I want to stand for elections. 84.
Cyrus, this is us every time we, are about to end the show, people come to our podcast. So it's called
people are literally saying right now, we want the show to go on for a little longer, please.
No.
So people are
No, I think the point that people are making here is to feel better about their lives. They need to see the show because they can see us suffering and see how bad the show is, and they feel better about themselves. So it's all theory of relativity in a reverse.
That's fine. After this, they're going to watch a video of a crocodile eating a panther, which is also suffering.
Which all vegetarians enjoy. Yes. But Sriraam, listen. I think as we end the show, let's just make a very clear point. We've done these shows for almost a month now, maybe more than a month. And this is the first really disastrous tech show we've had. We've had a little bit here and there, but this is from start to finish. The only common factor here is Sriraam coming in. Because otherwise, everybody else is the same. The areas are the same. So I would like to point the blame and finger completely and squarely at Sriraam. My finger is somewhere in the camera.
It's entirely my fault, guys.
Sriraam, is that towards your face? Would you please take the please take the blame.
Yeah, it's
Would you take this one for the
my
clip,
fault, guys, and I take 100% responsibility for my actions. Please don't cancel me. I have wife and kids. Okay. And
you have a wife and kids? I know you have kids. Where did the wife come from?
You have this tabla hobby to support also.
I have a tabla.
Listen, you lying swine. You can play the tabla properly. Under the guise of being this middle class comic who has no skill but the ability to think and talk, you're a bloody super genius with your fingers. Let's see it again. Come on. Play the tabla.
Hobby to support, guys. My last two movies are bombed at the box office as well. Farah Ali Khan in it.
So now India's Ali will never come on. But Zakir Hussain will struggle to come on. And in any case,
that's the world that we live
in. My God, guys, almost 25, 26 years of a career where nothing's changed. Everything goes wrong from start to finish.
But Cyrus, that means that you're continuing to be the pioneer of this industry, right?
Well, if your aim is to go nowhere, then I've done a really good thing. Okay, I have to pretend to work now, so I'll take off. Thank you guys for this experience. Through failure, one gets success. The bloody liars say. But we'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Thanks,
All
Sriraam.
right. See you. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Sandeep.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In, or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
Hey, I'm Zarina, your peak performance coach, leadership coach, and life coach. And I'm here to unleash that power within you with your weekly dose of mantras and empowerment. Tune in to Monday Mantras every Monday for your quick fix, and the Empowering series with Zarina Poonawalla every Thursday for riveting real-life stories. You can catch us on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcast from.
2020 is a difficult year. A global pandemic, protests, elections, recessions. You get the picture. What we need is a space where we can have nuanced discussions about global affairs and foreign policy. That's where I come in. My name is Hamsini Hariharan, and I host the States of Anarchy podcast. Every second Tuesday, I speak to experts in the field of international relations to make a little more sense of the world. So join me on the IVM podcast app, website, or wherever you're listening to me right now.